All right, we have this beautiful steak, and we're just gonna dip that right into our egg bath and get it fully covered. And then we're just gonna take it immediately and put it right on into our breadcrumbs. You just wanna make sure that it's fully coated, just like that. Perfect. Get all of it in that breadcrumbs. Perfect. And then you're gonna take it, and we have our hot oil right over here. And then you just dip it gently right in there, and we're going. Perfect, just like that. And we're making a deep fried steak today, which I know is a bit of an unconventional way to make a steak, but it is good. This thing is gonna be perfectly tender and pink right on the inside. Just like that. See that? Oh, look at that. That's gonna be perfectly golden brown. Can you see how it's already starting to golden up right there?
It's starting to smell great already.
Yep, and then we're just gonna come over here and we're gonna take our peppers. I've just got some pre-chopped peppers right here. And go ahead and dip a couple of them, one of every color, on into that egg bath. Perfect, get it nice and coated. And then one at a time.
Same thing?
Yep, same thing. Right here. Dip it. Place it. Do a yellow one now. Dip it. Have you ever had a deep fried pepper before?
No.
It is a southern delicacy. My mom used to make these all the time.
I mean, deep fried anything, I'm
Deep
down.
fried
Let's
anything.
do it.
This is the only way my mom could get me to eat my vegetables as a kid. Just deep fry it.
It's good for you, right?
Oh, exactly. If it's a vegetable, it's good for you.
Good for your arteries, everybody.
Do one more green one. Like that. And throw her in. Now we're cooking. And I did go ahead and I seasoned our panko. I just did a little pink Himalayan salt, a little black pepper,
Yep.
and garlic powder.
Did you put the A1 in there? Or?
Not yet. You want to see what we're going to do with the A1?
Yeah.
And you're actually going to drizzle it
Right in the oil.
right into that oil.
Wow.
Just like that. And that's just going to make sure that flavor is fully infusing our steak and our veggies.
That smells even better.
Doesn't it
It's
smell
like
so
all my
good?
favorite things in one pot.
I
This is
know. Look at that. Let's give it a little look. Can you see? Look, we're already starting to get a good golden on there. And look at that steak. Look at that. That's almost
Great.
done.
Oh, yes.
Like, that's
Country
crazy.
fried steak.
So good. And then we're just going to fry up one more thing. Now, I know you know what we're going to do with these.
Put them in the
there,
egg
and
batter
here,
and this.
But you've had these before, right?
Actually, I don't know if I've heard of deep fried onion unless I didn't know about it. I mean,
You
I
had
guess,
a fried onion?
is that just like an onion ring?
Yes.
Like that you, oh, I never made my own. I don't know.
Wait, really? Oh, you're gonna love this. It's so good. Or like a bloomin' onion at Outback.
Oh.
Same thing.
Can you make it bloom like that? Like really tall?
You could. I do have the machine for it. Maybe we'll make that next time.
Okay.
You just have to have a special cutter. Like that. Trying to make some room here. We're running out of room. We got too many goodies in there. Yeah, I got two going. Get two more in there.
Don't lick your fingers right now.
No, I don't think that would taste very good. But you never know, this coating is awfully delicious. Perfect. Make a little more room. I think we can fit one more right there. That's perfect.
Should we get these under the oil?
Make a little wiggle room.
There we go.
There we go.
Make sure everything's fried nice.
Get it in there. Oh my, see, that's what I like. I love the fried onion smell. That smells so good. I love a good fried onion. And now again, we just had our plain breadcrumbs and our egg wash. That's really all you need. The seasoning is optional. I think it tastes a little bit better. Panko breadcrumbs are a little bit plain, but if you don't want to season it, that's totally fine. That's just extra. And then we've just got some canola oil. You don't have to do the expensive stuff. Stick with the cheap stuff. I think we're almost done here. I'm gonna give her a little flip, okay? We're gonna take that steak. Use my dirty hand. Take that steak and we're just gonna give her a flip so we get nice and even on both sides. Perfect. Keep those veggies fully submerged under there. There we go. And I'm gonna turn our heat up a little bit. All those cold veggies are making our heat go down a little. We just wanna keep that bubble going. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of our A1 onto this side so that we're all even. Perfect, just like that. That's good. All right, and we're almost done, but I personally have one thing that I have to do before we can eat it, and I know it's a little weird, but I've done it since I was a kid, and I need ketchup.
Ketchup?
I'm a
You just put
child.
A1 on it.
I need both. Ever since I was a kid, I have mixed ketchup.
Optional recipe here.
No, it's good. Guys, I'm telling you, mix your A1 and your ketchup.
Okay.
A1 chop.
I'll believe it when I see it.
It's
or taste it.
It's so good. All right, now we're gonna get her out. We'll get a couple of our veggies out
Look at this.
first.
Golden brown.
Look at this.
That's
Oh
great.
my God, look at that fried pepper.
I'm gonna put that pepper on the ketchup, right?
No, on the side.
Okay.
On the side. Look at onion.
Oh,
Oh,
that looks great.
golden brown. I think I haven't mastered the part that makes it stick yet. Well, maybe I have. Those look good.
There you go, that's crispy.
Those look better. A couple of those. All right. I got my veggies, and now it's steak time. Are you ready to see this thing?
Mm-hmm.
All right, grab her.
Pull it out of there.
She's huge.
The sheep?
Yes. Oh, look at that golden crust. This is a southern steak if I've ever seen one. But I know what everyone wants to see. They want to see that cut, right? They want to see the inside.
Yeah, let's see it.
Let me get a fork and a knife. I got my fork. I need a steak knife. Oh, all right. She's right on that ketchup, just like I like her. That A1 sauce is coating it.
Still bubbling.
Still bubbling. She is hot, you guys.
Look at that right through.
Look at that well done steak.
That's great.
We left it in there for about
Maybe 10 minutes?
10 minutes, 7 minutes. So if you like your steak a little pinker, probably 3 to 5 minutes. But I like my steak well done with ketchup.
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion. All right, let's eat her up. Really break up those Funyuns in the bag and give it a good shake. You're trying to get that steak nice and coated, and then take it. Right on top. Oh, look at that. And now we're just gonna start pressing those Funyuns onto our filet.
Okay.
We're creating a nice crust around it.
Oh, I see.
This is like a new take on steak and onions. And those little tiny crumbs like this, that's fine. It doesn't all have to be powdered. That's just gonna give it even more crunch.
Gotcha.
And then once it's coated, we're gonna take it over to our stove with some hot oil. Put it right into that hot oil.
That's so satisfying.
Oh, look at that. Look at it bubble. This is a new take on fried steak, you guys. It's so good. All right, now I have some mozzarella sticks and an egg wash.
Those seem odd to go together.
Look at this. Dunk it
Oh, I get it.
into the egg wash. All right. Those Funyuns. And we're gonna drop our mozzarella sticks right on in and give them a shake. You know what we're making? Look at this in there.
I mean, the mozzarella stick, but the breading is Funyuns.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
gonna be incredible.
Oh. Okay, take that mozzarella stick right in that oil. If there's
Good
one
job.
thing I love, it's some fried cheese.
That is so cool.
Oh, these are gonna be so good. I've never fried my own cheese before, so I'm very excited about this. Funyuns go good on everything, but especially some mozzarella cheese. This one I'm gonna really get nice and coated. Oh yeah, look at that. Look how gorgeous that is. Right into that hot oil. Yeah, that mozzarella is gonna be done in just a second, and that steak will be done in just a minute. This is the fastest way to cook a steak. Look at that. Look at our mozzarella stick.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look at them go. That's both of them. That's 2 of them. Oh wait, no, this is just Crispies. Got one more mozzarella stick in there. Look at that. That breading, it smells so
It smells
good.
so
Just
good.
like a fried onion ring mixed with fried mozzarella. Let's get a look at that steak. Holy cow, look at that coating.
Literally, cow. Holy cow.
Holy cow, but we're not done yet. We need just one more thing. We're just gonna add a little bit of pepper for some seasoning.
Right in the oil.
Right in the oil. It's just gonna soak in there. And then just a dash of salt. Not too much, because those chips are salty. All right, I think we're ready. Look
Look at that sizzle.
at that crust. Listen to
Country
that
fried steak.
sizzle. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna cut this open right now. If you wanted your steak a little bit more well done, obviously leave it in the oil longer, but just a few minutes in there for that medium rare steak.
I can't wait to see what this looks like.
Holy cow, this crust is insane.
Oh yeah, it is cooked.
Oh yeah.
Huh. So I cooked everything.
Look at that.
Middle's just a little pink. That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I like it.
I love a good, let's cut that mozzarella stick. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that. It's cheesy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
That looks delicious. It's like a commercial.
Hey Mel,
Yeah?
come here. I have something you have to try. Look at this.
What is this?
Okay, what do you want first, meat or cheese?
Cheese.
Okay,
More cheese.
try this. This is our nice golden brown piece. I think that cheese pull is gonna be so, look at that. It's already leaking out.
Looks a little funky, but it's just fried cheese.
Bless you.
Okay.
Careful, it's probably super hot.
Oh.
Now it's coated in something special and you have to
Okay.
guess what it is.
Why is it so good?
What do you think? Can you taste it? What do you think it is? What's it remind you
It's
of?
crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
It's familiar.
Do you like Funyuns?
Yes.
It's Funyuns.
No, it's not.
Yep. And we got one more
It's
thing.
so good.
All right, now I get to try the steak.
Now you gotta try
Okay.
that steak. All right. Got you a nice end piece because I know you like your steak a little bit more well done. So we won't give you that center. How is it?
Yeah? It took like 2 minutes to cook that too.
So
No
fast.
way.
Yeah.
What do you rate it?
That's really good. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
Nice, let's go.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Perfect. Perfect fit. And then some cheesy jalapeno Cheetos mac and cheese. And we're just gonna dump that dry pasta right around our steak. Just like that. And then a little bit of chicken broth. Make sure that pasta is evenly spread out. And then you can just pour that chicken broth directly onto those noodles. This is essentially how we're gonna boil that pasta, but that steak is gonna infuse those noodles with all of that delicious flavor. And then this chicken broth is gonna mix really well with our delicious piece of steak, and it's all just gonna marinate together and taste delicious. You guys know me, what's a dish without some cheese? I have some mozzarella pearls
Ooh.
here. And we're just gonna place those
Mozzarella.
right on top of that pasta so that it melts down. Look at how cute they are.
They're
Perfectly
cute.
portioned.
I've never seen anybody put dry noodles in the pan. So
Really?
You must know something I don't.
This is just easier, and when you cook it with that broth,
Uh-huh.
it just infuses it with flavor instead of just plain boring water that you dump out that adds absolutely nothing to your dish.
Yeah,
This
so
is
it kind of cooks it all at the same time.
yeah.
Efficient.
And now for a little bit more flavor, my favorite
Cholula.
Cholula hot sauce. This is just gonna marinate onto that steak. We're just adding a little bit of spice to that steak because our pasta, remember, our pasta is cheesy jalapeno.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is a very...
All the cheese.
Yeah, all the cheese and all of the spice for this one. And now we're just gonna season just a little bit. We're gonna go in with a little bit of cracked black pepper right onto that steak. And look, you can see those bubbles starting. As soon as that starts to boil, that's when you know we're almost done. That's when we're cooking. Steak, a little pepper on those noodles, but not too much because we are gonna add that cheesy flavor packet to it. And then a little bit of cracked salt. Not too much, you don't wanna go overboard with the sodium on this. So we're just gonna put this on the steak because that flavor packet in here, this is gonna have a lot of sodium. So you don't have to worry about doing it onto those noodles. And then more cheese, more better.
Cheese more better.
So we're gonna go in with that Mexican blend just on our steak. Just like that. Not too much just yet. We might add a little bit more, but a nice small layer is what I'm looking for right now. And as soon as that pasta boils, I'll show you what we're gonna do next. Okay, look at this bubble we got going on. Our steak is sizzling. That mozzarella is melted down. Now we can go in with that cheesy, spicy flavor packet. Ooh, look at that color. Get a little bit on that steak for some flavor. Oh yeah, that is gonna be so good. We'll give it just a gentle mix. Mix in that mozzarella in there. Oh,
That's so cheesy.
look at that. Now remember, once all of this liquid starts soaking into that pasta, it's not gonna be quite as runny and that cheese is really gonna thicken up. So just trust that process. These noodles are only about 50% cooked. So they still got a little ways to go. Look at that deliciousness.
I know
Like-
I can taste those noodles already. I can smell them.
They smell spicy and cheesy. I want to cut that steak. Let's see. Oh, look at that cheese on that steak. Oh, wow. Look at that egg too.
Cook it? Oh yeah, I did.
Oh.
Go all the way through.
Look at that. That is delicious. Now let's plate this up for our taste tester. We'll cut her a tiny bite of that steak. And then we'll scoop her out some pasta. Now she's a pasta lover, so we'll give her a good scoop of that pasta. And then we'll get her a little bit of that
Cheesy deliciousness.
steak. Look at that. There's her bite of steak. Look at how good that looks. Like my eyes are watering. That's how spicy this smells. It smells so good. I love spice. All right, Adley, get in here. Look at this.
It smells really, really good.
It probably smells a lot better than it looks. It looks a little brown, but that's just the mac and cheese and the hot sauce.
It's a big bite of steak.
You can
Should I do it all in one, include the steak and the pasta
Oh,
and the
yeah.
bite?
absolutely.
Okay.
Or you can judge them separately, however you want to
Yeah.
do it.
Let's do it together.
do
As
it together.
intended. That's a huge bite of steak. How big do you think my
You
mouth
could
is?
just bite it. Wow, she
Okay,
did
going
it.
for it.
She really did that.
Ooh.
Is it good?
It's spicy.
Very spicy.
Wow. Jalapenos, hot sauce. What do you rate it?
All of it.
Do you like spice?
Probably should have asked her. If you were
The steak is really good.
okay.
I like the seasoning. I like the cheese on the steak.
Yeah.
8,
Okay. What would have
8.5.
made it a 10? 8.5. Okay.
8.5.
Because it's too spicy?
I think for me, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I think for me, it's too spicy, but the flavor is really good. If you like spice and you like cheese and steak, it's a winner.
Yeah. If you're not a spice lover, maybe don't do the sriracha or
Is
the
there,
Cholula.
is there egg in there too?
Yeah.
I thought it was the jalapeno cheese mix.
Could have been that.
Yeah.
I'm still eating it though.
Yeah, she can't
It's
stop.
really good.
I'll take 8.5.
I'll take it too.
I take it and gently, like this. We're gonna crush all of the chips. Perfect. You start pushing them down onto your meat. We're just creating a good crust. You could also do this with Cool Ranch Doritos, but I think the cheesy is really good. 'Cause you know what I always say?
More cheese, more better.
More cheese, more better, especially when it's crunchy and steaky.
When are you gonna get a t-shirt that says it?
Yeah. Would you guys buy one? I would wear it.
I would wear it.
I would wear it in all of my videos.
This is your breading, so you don't need anything else.
Yep, no panko breadcrumbs, no egg wash, no nothing. And once it's coated, we're gonna take it over to our hot oil. Gently put it into that hot oil. Get that cooking. And then we just got some cooked peppers. We're not gonna bread these, we're just gonna place them right in that hot oil. No breading so they stay nice and healthy, but we're just getting a good crisp onto those peppers. Perfect. And then the final ingredient is just an egg. This is like a poached egg, but in oil instead of water. Right in there. Oh, look at it's like puffing up right there.
Yeah.
All those Doritos.
Okay.
Take a peek.
You need more oil?
Oh yeah. We'll just give it a little flip. Oh my god, look at that crust. It's almost done. This is super fast. Look at that, you can still see the Dorito crust. That's perfect.
It's gotta be the fastest way to cook a steak, too.
It's so fast. Fried steak is delicious, and it's not gonna cook too much. Like, I like my steak nice and pink, and it's still gonna be perfectly pink on the inside. Just top it with a little bit of salt, not too much because there's a lot of sodium in those Doritos. A little bit of cracked pepper. I like to do a lot of pepper on here just for some added flavor. All right, let's check on those peppers. Those are always done first. Let's get one out of there. Oh, look at that.
Hard to find them.
I know, they're hiding in there. Oh yeah, look at that. Just a little bit of char.
It's delicious. Still
On
got a
those-
little breading on it, too.
Yeah, just a little bit of that cheesy taste. Look at that. It's like that grill flavor, but more. And that steak. Wait till you see this egg, you guys.
Yeah. Get that oil off of there.
Oh.
You think that's cooked all the way through?
Oh yeah,
Can't
for
wait to
sure.
cut into it.
Look at that. Look at this egg. Look how it's puffed up. It's like a fried egg and a poached egg.
Wow.
All in one. And we're gonna put it right in that little steak pocket. This is gonna be so good. Let's cut into this. Holy cow. I want you to see this egg when I break into it. Look at how that,
Oh, wow.
look, that is
Perfectly
just,
runny.
that's perfectly cooked. If you like your eggs nice and goopy like I do. Now let's see that steak. Oh yeah. Look
Oh,
at
yeah.
that. Nice and rare.
That crust, but still got...
I'm gonna get you a little bit of this egg on there. Give this a try. And you gotta tell me if you can tell what it's crusted with.
What do you think? Is it cooked enough?
What is that on there?
Doritos.
No way.
Yeah, it's Doritos. Is
no
it good?
way. I think I can taste it now.
What do you rate it?
That one's like a solid 9 out of 10.
Okay, what could have made it better?
Well, A1.
Ooh.
A1.
A1.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm a big A1 guy. What can I say?
Alright. Just lay that steak down in there, just like that. And then you're gonna take your egg yolk and gently put it in there. Try not to break that yolk. That is perfect. And then you're gonna come in with 11 whole eggs. You can keep the whites on with this one. And gently put those around that steak. And try your best not to break those eggs.
Oh, yeah, good job.
Like that. I'm gonna lower the heat just a little. Those whites are cooking a little bit fast for my liking. And you just want it to completely surround that steak, just like that. See how they just plop in there? They're not as
Stay together.
fragile as everyone thinks. Just like that. 2, 3, 4. And it's okay if you get a little shell in there. Not a big deal. It's extra protein. Fine. One more right there.
Nice.
Perfect, just like that. And then you're just gonna take your salt. We like pink Himalayan salt. You can really use whatever salt you want. Kosher, sea salt. And you wanna do a lot, because I know it seems like you might be doing a little bit too much sodium, but if you really think about it, with the amount of food you have on this plate, you can't really go overboard. Just like that, that's perfect. Then come in with just a little bit of garlic powder. You can also use onion powder. You don't want too much. Garlic is pretty flavorful, just like that. And then just our last seasoning is some black pepper.
Black peppercorn.
Yep. I like the whole peppercorns. You can get the already pre-ground up stuff. This just tastes a little bit fresher in my opinion. Just like that. Perfect. I like to keep that pepper right in the center because I want it more so on my steak rather than on my eggs. But if you like peppered eggs, you can do whatever you want. And then we're just gonna come in with a little bit of sugar.
Sugar.
I know this seems a little bit strange, but this is something my dad taught me. He's a chef. And you're just gonna sprinkle that on top of that steak. You don't wanna do too much, but this is gonna give it a really good coating on top. It's almost like that savory sweet combo. I'd say that's about maybe 1/3 of a cup, maybe just 2 teaspoons, just like that. That's perfect. And then we're just gonna take our Pam. We don't want it to stick. We're just gonna spray it right on top, just like that. That's perfect. And don't worry, that white will all go away and you'll be able to see your meat cooking again. Just like that. And now I'm just gonna get it off the edges just a little, because those edges are gonna cook a lot faster than the centers. It's just a hotter surface. Just like that. And can you see how there's a little bit of that steak juice right there?
Mm-hmm.
Now some people don't like that.
Starting to cook a little bit.
Starting to cook. Some people don't like that, and you can just give it a big hard dab with a paper towel at the beginning, and it'll keep that from being so juicy. You're always gonna have that just a little.
You're just keeping the edges from burning right
Just like that. For some reason, the edges of your pan are always gonna get a lot hotter than the bottom. And then I'm gonna take some shredded cheese. This is Colby Jack.
Everything's better with a little cheese in it.
A little cheese. I like a lot of cheese in mine. You could do sharp cheddar. You could do even pepper jack if you wanted. It's just your preference. But we are a Colby Jack kind of family. In this, I'm gonna keep mostly.
Now it's looking good.
Look at that. And that's gonna get so melty and gooey. I'm just gonna keep it right on the eggs. I don't really like cheese on my steak, but this is something that you can really just make it your own. If you like cheesy steak, by all means, put that cheese right on your steak. Just like that. Do a little, do a lot. In my opinion, you can never have enough cheese, so I'm gonna really layer it on. Just like that, and that is perfect. And then I'm just gonna add a little more pink Himalayan salt right on the top, just so we get all of that flavor in every single bite. Perfect, just like that. I'm gonna go back in, I'm gonna get those edges one more time, just like that. And I'm gonna raise that heat. Now that all the ingredients are on there, this is on about medium heat, about medium high. I got it right in the center right there. And now look at that.
There it goes.
This is what you're wanting. And now I'm gonna be probably doing my eggs a little bit more fried. If you like them scrambled, you can scramble them. It's all about preference. Get that off right there. And then, last but not least, I'm gonna add just a little bit of butter. This is pre-cubed. You could grate it if you want. You could have it pre-melted, but this is pretty hot, so it's gonna melt all on its own. And then this is the unsalted butter, only because we already put a good amount of salt on our plate. So we're not gonna do too much. Just like that, break it apart with your fingers, that's all right. Just make sure you wash your hands. Perfect. And right there, look at that. So that's just about probably 4 tablespoons of butter, I would say.
Starting to smell good.
Starting to smell good. How do you like your steak cooked?
I like mine medium.
Medium, that's how I like mine too, so that's perfect. Oh yeah, look at that. And the pan was doing its job, nothing's sticking. We just don't want it to burn. Just like that.
Getting the whole milk.
And how do you take your eggs?
Well, I make them scrambled just because I'm lazy, but yeah.
I'm gonna try
These
my,
are good too.
my fried eggs today. And look at that, can you see how the cheese is starting to get really melty?
Yeah.
That is gonna be delicious.
So is that cheese gonna cook too fast, or is...
No, but if it does, you can always just turn that heat back down to low and it'll stop. But because that cheese is on the top, there's not much really heat hitting it, so it shouldn't burn. And it's all right. You see how our eggs are getting a little bit brown on the edges?
Yep.
That's fine. That's not going to taste any different. It's just if it starts to get black, that's what you want to avoid. Just like that, all the way around. Just keep going. That's perfect. And look at that. Look at our little pocket center.
Wish you guys could smell this. It smells delicious.
It smells so good. Feels like just like my dad used to make. And this will feed the whole family. This will feed about 4 people. So if you got you, your husband, your kids, this is perfect. Everyone. There we go. I want to start mixing up those juices in there. Really get it into the egg. See how it's kind of starting to drip down there?
Oh,
Yeah, that's what you want. Oh yeah, do you hear that sizzle? That's perfect. Those juices are all getting nice and incorporated now. Don't want to break those yolks. We got a little breakage over here, and that's okay. But I am going to try to avoid these all from breaking.
Yeah. This butter's starting to melt. Looking
Oh
good.
yeah. Try to get a little bit of that butter onto the steak.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, drip it down. Oh yeah, that's perfect. And just keep going around the edges. That's perfect. Just like that. I'm just gonna add a smidge more Pam to the edges, because it is just getting a little bit more stuck. Give it little spritzes, because you don't want to do too much. This is butter flavored Pam, and we already added butter. There we go. There it comes. Just like that. That's perfect. And I'm gonna come in with just a little bit more of our black peppercorns.
Yeah.
Just a little bit, not too much. Right on that steak once again. Really get those flavors going. Because now that the juices are coming out of the steak, it's really gonna incorporate all of those flavors. Just like that. Perfect. And then we're gonna go in with just a little bit more garlic powder. Not too much, like I said, garlic powder is very flavorful. That's perfect. Oh yeah, you see now nothing's sticking to those edges. It's almost done, just about a couple more seconds. Really get those juices incorporated right there.
Looking pretty good.
That's what that hole is for right there. You see how you can now tip it? It's all going through that hole and now it's evenly dispersing in every direction. If you don't have that hole, it won't do that. Just like that. That's perfect. And now I'm gonna take my spatula right here and our butter is already soft. So I'm just gonna start moving it around just a little bit just to get the butter evenly distributed. Not too much. See how this side's a lot more melty?
Yep.
Means we're getting more heat on this side than the other.
Maybe it's hotter on that side.
Yeah. We're just gonna take our pan and we're gonna move it.
You ever seen like geese fly in the sky?
Geese in the sky?
Yeah. You know why one side of the V, you know, they fly in a V?
Yeah.
You know why one side's longer than the other?
No.
It's got more geese in it.
I mean, I should have. You put the answer right in front of me, and I still didn't get it. Like you gave me the answer here, and I still didn't know.
Back to the show. Sorry.
There we go. Look at that.
Look at
Oh
that.
yeah.
Yeah. Look at the juice.
Get those juices out. That's perfect. Really get those egg yolks over. Perfect. Now I'm sensing, now that that cheese is melted, I don't think we have enough.
More cheese.
More
I like
cheese.
it. Let's
I
do
think
it.
we need more cheese.
More cheese.
I like a lot of cheese. We got 12 eggs on here.
Let me put the cheese right on the steak. Is that,
Ooh,
is that illegal?
okay. If you like your steak cheesy, let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh, you think is that enough? No. No. Always more cheese. Your cholesterol's okay, right?
Of course, I know.
It might not be after this.
Yeah, just don't go to the doctor. You'll never
Okay,
know.
we'll make a salad later. We'll teach you guys how to make my grandma's famous salad, and it'll be perfect. Just like that. There you go. All right.
Smells good. All my favorite things in one dish. This is so good.
I'm going to turn the heat up to high now, just so we can flash cook that steak, because our eggs are almost done. And I'm going to start tipping. Get those juices back on the other side. Oh yeah, look at that. You see that right there? We got our egg juice, that's butter, that's steak juice, that's everything right there. That's perfect. Oh yeah. All right, now I'm gonna start working my way under that steak just to make sure nothing's sticking since it is getting so hot. Just like that. And look, see how our eggs are pretty much staying together? They're almost cooked. Perfect. Just like that. And take this side.
I love that all we can see now is just cheese.
It's just cheese.
We know it's under there.
You know, you could add some mozzarella on this too, and I think it'd be really delicious. You could do a little bit of green onion. We got a lot of yellow and we got a lot of brown and white. That's how I like my meals today.
That's all I can do is stop from taking a bite.
I know. Look at that cheese.
This right here. Oh, this
Look
part
at how
right
that
here.
cheese is just so melty and perfectly colored. Like that's delicious. And now we're starting to get more of that melty cheese too on our steak.
And mixing in the juices.
I wish everyone could smell this. This smells so
Okay.
good. Like everyone's entering the kitchen now from the whole house. It's like they could smell it. And this is great for kids. It's great for adults. Because there's really not a lot of ingredients to it. Some kids are very picky. And I don't think I've met a kid that doesn't like an ingredient in this recipe. Cheese, eggs, and steak. Who doesn't like
That's right.
that?
All the essentials.
And it's the easiest way to make your steak and eggs for breakfast. You could eat it for dinner. And now this does...
Oh, look, it's so good.
It does. And this is good leftovers too. Because we use so many liquids.
I don't think there'll be any leftovers.
You don't think you're gonna eat it all?
No, I
Hey,
think I will eat it all.
that's what I like to hear.
Now, do you need to flip the steak, or does it cook all the way through just like that?
You don't need to flip it. No, it's gonna cook all the way through. You're gonna get a nice, delicious crust on that bottom. But because it's such a thin steak, it's gonna cook all the way through on its own.
Nice.
Perfect. Just like that. Oh yeah, look right here. That yolk is nice and cooked. See how it's cooked on the bottom? And then be careful. Did you look at it? Oh,
yeah, still
that
intact.
top is still gooey.
Yeah.
That is exactly what I want. And now I'm just gonna turn it down to medium heat one more time. We are starting to get a little bit of those browner edges. That's fine, that's not black yet, so that's still gonna taste very good. We just wanna avoid those black edges and make sure we get that steak cooked. See those juices right there, how we're getting a little bit of a pool? I think our oven is on a little bit of a slant, so we're getting everything going
this way.
one direction. So we're gonna take our skillet and we're just gonna gently,
There you go.
I'm gonna hold my steak in place so it doesn't slide too much. Oh yeah, do you hear that sizzle? Oh, that's just what we want. And that steak juice is just gonna make those eggs taste so savory and delicious.
My mouth is watering.
There we go. We're almost done, just a couple more seconds here. I just wanna make sure that steak is fully cooked. We do like our steak medium, so we're leaving it a little bit more pinker than some of you. If you want a little bit darker, make sure you put those eggs on a little bit later.
Okay.
Because the eggs are still gonna cook at the same speed.
Yeah.
But I don't mind a little bit of pink on my steak.
Okay.
We'll check the bottom there. Oh yeah, let me give you a shot of that bottom. Can you see that under there?
Oh, yeah.
Look at that crust.
Oh, that was great.
You know what? I'm gonna let that egg get under there. We're gonna sit it right on top.
Hide that for later.
Yeah. Just get all those juices on that egg. Just like that. That's perfect. There we go. Oh no! I lost some of our cheese. Oh no, we gotta get a little more on there. No man left behind. No man can have no cheese. There we go.
I'm not gonna argue with you.
No. We've used almost this whole bag of cheese.
It's
Now-
gonna taste delicious.
It tastes delicious, but this is not exactly how my daddy would have made it. Use your discretion on how much.
You've made it better.
I made it better.
Good job, kid.
Perfect. Just keep scraping those edges. Make sure not to get it stuck. Just like that. Really get under, make sure nothing is sticking. And then as soon as this top cheese melts, just so we get that nice crust on the top, I'm gonna flip it for about 10 seconds just so we get a little less pink right on the top. I just like my pink really in the center. And then we'll be done.
All right, let's do it.
Almost done.
It's like one big skillet.
One big skillet of steak and eggs. Just like that.
Can't wait to see you flip it.
It's gonna be hard. I might need 2 spatulas.
There's another one on that door if you want to try it.
One in here, right there. We got so many. Oh, here, we'll use this one. That's perfect. All right. I think we're ready to flip. I'm gonna take my spatula on top. I'm just gonna hold it.
Okay. Yep. Tip it
Your
again.
eggs are gonna slide off, and that's okay. 1, 2, 3, flip! Oh, look at that. We'll get those eggs out of the way.
Yeah, a little burnt. I think you can just get that out of the way and
Here,
have a little flavor.
Look at
Man,
that.
look at that steak. It's
Look at that. Bye-bye.
cooked to perfection though. Look at that.
Look at that. That's perfect. And I like a little bit of black on the bottom of my steak. That char, it's just butter. It's just burnt butter.
Yep.
That's going to be delicious. And look, that's our egg that we put in the center right away. That's cooked all the way through. I'm just going to squish it down really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is perfect, you guys. I'm gonna take my plate. This is gonna be hard. This is a big
Put this
steak.
whole thing in there.
I think we're gonna get it in there.
What
Look
if
at
you
that.
slide it off with the pan? Just kind of.
You think we'll make a mess?
I don't know. You're the
I don't know
expert. You're
either.
the expert.
I'm the cooking expert. I'm not the presentation
Oh,
expert.
gotcha. Yes.
But I am the egg expert. Look how good those eggs look.
That egg is.
Those are perfect. All right, I'm gonna scoop my plate really close to the edge. And I think I'm gonna go with the scoop method.
Okay.
And take it. Oh yeah, this is gonna be perfect. Can you take that? Oh my gosh.
That's a meaty steak.
Look at that. Right
Nice,
there.
nice.
And now I'm gonna get some of those good eggs. I'm just gonna use my spatula. I'm just gonna cut it a little bit. Just want 2 eggs for myself. Scoop them on up. And you're gonna top it. And sometimes you drop things.
We didn't need that one anyway.
We didn't need it. That was just extra. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit of green onions and some kitchen scissors and take it. I'm just gonna cut them right on top.
Oh wow, it's starting to look good.
Look at that. Look how pretty that looks. Just like that. And this is how you make a whole pan of skillet and eggs in one batch. Perfect for the whole family. You ready to eat?
Let's do it.
All right. Look at that cheese.